Today we're learning the Gemara in Ksubas Daf Kuf Yud Aleph. Rav Zeira, the Gemara says, Hava kamishtamet mined Rav Yehuda. Rav Zeira, he was trying to avoid his Rebbe, Rav Yehuda. The reason for it, the Boile Mesek Eretz Yisrael. Rav Zeira wanted to go to Eretz Yisrael from Bavel, and Rav Yehuda would not allow him. The Omar Rav Yehuda, Rav Yehuda held, Kol ha'olam meBavel Eretz Yisrael over ba'aseh. Rav Yehuda held anybody going those days from Bavel. I'm emphasizing those days. We're going to soon see why. Anybody going from Bavel to Eretz Yisrael over ba'aseh. There's a pasuk in Yirmiyah of Zayin shenemar Bavelo Yavoyu v'Shomo Yiyu Ad Yom Pogdi Oisam Num Hashem. The Navi Yirmiyah says that Hashem told them in the Nevuah that they're going to come to Bavel, and the goal is Bavel, and V'shomo Yiyu, they should be there Ad Yom Pogdi Oisam Num Hashem, till I'm going to remember them to bring them back from Golus. So the Mefarshim bring, even though that the Nevuah was said about Bais Rishon during the first the destruction of Bais Rishon, that was Yirmiyah was saying is Nevius. So here we're talking about Rav Zeira and Rav Yehuda, they're living way after Golus of after Bais Sheni. But still, the concept, they say, it still applies even during Bais Sheni. And the reason for it, why Rav Yehuda held what it applies still, because later on we're going to see in the Gemara says, Omar Rav Yehuda Omar Shmuel. Rav Yehuda learned from his Rebbe Shmuel, Kashem she'osur lotes me'eretz Yisrael leBavel, kach osur lotes meBavel l'shar arotzos. You cannot go out of there too, and the reason
you can't go from Bavel to other Aratas, from our other Aratas to Eretz Yisrael.
No, from Bavel to other Aratas. So you have to be in Bavel. The idea was, Rashi said, since Rashi says, V'shiyeshom yeshivas amabitas Torah tomid, since Bavel was a center of Torah, so you're not the same idea. The Hashem says, Bavel Yavo V'shom Yiyu, because that was the center of Torah. Don't leave the center of Torah. Same thing, you cannot go from Bavel to other Aratzos, because Bavel was center of Torah. So that's why, that was the shit of Rav Yehuda, and Rav Zeira that wanted to go to Eretz Yisrael. Mashma in those days, we're talking about time of Rav Yochanan, the author of the Yerushalmi. Mashma Bavel was a bigger center for Torah than even Eretz Yisrael. Al Kaponim, Rav Zeira wanted to go, and he avoided Rav Yehuda. So the Gemara says, so what Rav Zeira going to do with this pasuk in Yirmiyah? Bavel Yavo V'Shom Yiyu. Mashma they have to be in Bavel. Rav Zeira hu b'chlei shores ksiv. It's the Nevuah of Yirmiyah talks about Klei Shores, when the Babylonians took the Kasdim took the Klei Shores from Beis Hamikdash, all the Kalim from Beis Hamikdash, brought them to Bavel. So the Hashem says it's going to be in Golus the Kalim till going to come the day of redemption. They're going to come back. It doesn't talk about the Eden, and then the Gemara goes back and forth, different psukim saying different things. So Lamaisa comes out. Rav Zeira was in his position; he could go to Eretz Yisrael. And Rav Yehuda was, you're not allowed. That's why Rav Zeira avoided him. So from here, what we see from here, that the Rambam Paskan LaHalacha, like Rav Yehuda, that you cannot go from Bavel to any other places, including Eretz Yisrael. And he says like this: Kshem she'osur lotzes, the Hilchas Malachim, Rambam Paskan, Kshem she'osur me'oretz, l'chutz al-oretz, you cannot, the same thing, you cannot go from Eretz Yisrael l'chutz al-oretz, the same isur, kach osur lotzes meBavel l'shar ha'arotzos, shenamar Bavel Yavo V'Shomo Yiyu. And it looks like the idea, like Rashi says, since Bavel was the center of Torah, Memela, you cannot leave the center of it. According to this, comes out like this: any place you live today, if it's a center of Torah, you cannot leave that place to go to a place that it's not center of Torah, because that's Hashem was important to him. We should be like in Eretz Yisrael, Eretz HaKodesh. Also, we should be an environment of Kedusha, where there's yeshivas, where there is shuls. So if a person leaves from one place, the environment of Kedusha, to other places, it's mashma. It's also, that's what the Rambam also
Let's
passed.
say in the United States, is New York a Medina?
Very good. So let me tell you the next thing. The Gemara says, Rabbi v'Rabbi Yosef da'amra tarvayu, afilu mepimpudisa lebei kuva. In Bavel itself, there was a Pumbedisa, that was a place of more Torah, you cannot go to Beit Kuvay. The Gemara says, how do you know if I can put this in Beit Kuvay? Somebody took a left from a center of Torah, Pumbedisa. He went to the Beit Kuvay, Shamte Rav Yosef. Rav Yosef put him in Cherem. Then the Gemara says another story. How do Nofak, mi Pumbedisa Istunia, to another place, Shochiv, he died. Abai said, I have a boy, Hi Tzum Rabona V'chai. It was happened to be a Talmud Chacham, that's why the man from him was bigger. If he would want to be alive, he says, Rabbi, he would not leave the Pumbedisa. He would
Is there any
stay.
subjectivity? Like if it's better for you, but it's not necessarily subjectively better. Like let's say New York. Everyone agrees New York's bigger than Detroit, but somebody can say I have a better
Well,
experience.
Mokim Torah, meaning, let's take even by us. Yes, we have communities like our community here. It's a lot
It's
of
still
schools
also
and,
Mokim Torah.
and a lot of schools
Not
and a
compared
lot
to
of
New York.
yeshivas. No. So, but within here, somebody wants to go live farther away from the places. Less Mokim Torah.
It's all about what you're going to experience. in the place.
Mashma, it's osur. Again, meaning you have all the amenities, the spiritual amenities to be with the program. So that's what mashma over here. So for me, like I said, there's mashma that and the Gemara says like this. Omar Rav Yehuda, Kol Ador B'Bovel. That's now we see from here again what's important living in the center of Torah. Kol Ador B'Bovel, Kiludor B'Eretz Yisrael. It's the same Bovel in those days. The center of Torah was chashivus like Eretz Yisrael. Obviously, it's not like it's a ki'ilu. It's not the same thing. Eretz Yisrael is greater. Shneim Apostle in Zechariah, Hoi Tzion, Himolti Yeshevas Bas Bovel. Meaning the Mashiach going to come. Tzion, people live in Eretz Yisrael, and Bas Bovel, they're going to be escaping from Chevla Moshiach. Omar Rabbeinu Ketinan Bovel Lochazia Chevla the Moshiach. Bovel, according to this, it's not only Bovel, especially today. There's no Jews in Bovel. Meaning, any center of Torah, they will escape Chevla Moshiach, the difficult times of Moshiach. The Gemara says, Targuma Ahutzel de Binyamin. There was in Bovel, there was a community called Hutzel de Binyamin. The Korele Karno de Shazafto. It was like a horn or a corner. Karno Meloshan also could say a corner of where you could escape from the Chevla Moshiach. Oh. So why Punk Hutzel de Binyamin in Bavel itself? There was a place where you escaped from the difficult times of Mashiach. By the way, that's what we call Chevla Mashiach, like Chevla Leida. A woman before she gives birth, she has very, very a lot of pain. Something before Mashiach going to come. How much before? There's going to be a lot of pain. We're going to go to a lot of Chevla, like Chevla Leida. Chevla before the Yeshua going to be born. It's going to be Chavolim, going to be a pain. Oh, so why Punk Hutzel de Binyamin going to be saved? Omar, so it says the Ein Yaakov Efshalem Ratam. Kima the Isa B'Soif Sefer Menorah Amor. Sh'anovim, people that are humble, nitzoilu michevla shel Mashiach. They're going to be saved. People that are humble from the pain of before coming of Mashiach. K'dichsiv v'anovim yirshu oretz v'yisangu al roiv sholem. People that are humble, they will inherit Eretz Yisrael by the time of the Yeshua. And visangu al roiv sholem. They're going to enjoy from peace. Everything will go peaceful for them. Umur b'Sanedrin, the lebovel lo yorad gasus ruach. The Gemara says, Daf Chavdal, the Gemara says, the Bovel didn't have the gasus ruach, the arrogance that in other places, especially like it says in Iran. Memele, he says, v'hutzal de Binyamin, that community sheshram hem anovim ma'oid. They were very humble people. Lochen nitzol mechevla shel Mashiach. So that's one pirush. It's what beside the center of Torah. They're also humble, and that the two together gonna make them to escape from the pain of Chevla Shel Mashiach. We can say one more thing. We know what's Hutzel de Binyamin meaning. We know that when Mikdash was built on Chelka Shel Binyamin, partially on Yehuda, partially on Binyamin. And today we know we don't have a Mikdash, and the Gemara says. What is the little Beis Hamikdash, the miniature Beis Hamikdash Hashem have? Your 4 amos, when you learn halacha, that become your miniature Beis Hamikdash. And that's what it means. Hultzel de Binyamin. If somebody he makes a little Beis Hamikdash in his own realm, in his own world, by learning halachas, he's going to be nitzal mechevla shel Mashiach, because you need to be around the kedusha realm. The kedusha you're learn halacha. That's arba amos shel halacha. That's the little Beis Hamikdash, chelka shel Binyamin. So that's So we see from here, the bottom line from this whole Gemara, we see you have to try to always be in the center of Torah, center of Kedusha, and if you go, and it's according to Rav Yehuda, that's osur. That's what the Rambam paskin. You're not allowed to go away from there to live in a place that's less mokim of Torah.
Good.